Oh, you got two clients here.
Nah.
No, you have three clients.
It's just something about this door that I just don't want to even risk it. Even with it all on, I'm like, folks, stay asleep.
Okay.
Ooh, them shits was big. God damn. That looked like Apollo shit. Oh, wow. Yeah. Where you trying to go? Because you need to be going back in that cage. I had a whole setup. You should have got an extension cord from Maurice. I had a whole thing. I had over 20,000 views from this one thing, this live. And then I had 2,500 views when I did the live again. People love looking at kittens. And that's all I did. And I left the house and left that like that twice.
Yeah, and I was like, why is it so still? Cause it pops up on my phone.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, no, this is live. I'm like, nobody's
You
moving.
just saw the cats.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, people was watching it too. She had to go back in there.
Damn.
You keeping everybody alive this time. She said, I did it before. I love how they all lay on top of each other. She like, what you doing? What?
They eat and sleep.
That's it. That's how they grow. Eat and sleep.
And then in the week, they all look like fur balls.
Yeah, about a week.
You know,
Right now they little skinny newborn
right.
rut phase.
And then a week, they be looking like
Little balls laying together.
and then 3 weeks, they look like kittens.
It's hard to believe that it's 5 right there. But it is 5. She went all dark this time.
Not playing.
She still didn't give me a black cat. Not that I was gonna keep it anyway, but still. Ain't none of them solid black.
You sure?
Nope. None of them. I can look at the eyes and the patterns.
Some might be orange and black.
Mm, most of them look like they're gonna look like Jaleesa's cat.
Um,
The 3 I'm talking about, they most likely gonna look the most similar to her.
you were aiming for it. Stop.
Oh, I'll turn it back up here. Oh shit.
themselves, and the coordinator confirms that it's true. Jinchul thinks that if Taishik truly killed the remaining hunters during a contract assassination, then he would have intentionally left behind the corpses, but he deliberately closed off the dungeon. He assumes that he has something to hide, so the elite agent then encounters Jinwoo right outside the dungeon gate, unable to recognize him at first, but then greets him and then introduces himself. He reveals that as the head of the monitoring division, he is letting the investigation division handle the case. He also includes that they will hand the three of them, survivors, the official apologies. Our boy acknowledges Jinchul's strength as he senses a unique aura around him. Inside, he feels that it's not the time to be full of himself just because he killed the B-rank hunter. He is convinced that he can't handle a guy like Jinchul as his opponent, which means there's still a lot for him to improve on. The agent informs the hunters that he wants to ask them a few questions. He asks Jinwoo to cooperate because that way things would run very smoothly. Jinchul suddenly drops a daunting question, inquiring about the identity of the person who defeated Taishik. Completely cornered, our boy is now convinced that he can't hide that he has been reawakened anymore, based on the circumstances. He even thinks about voiding his contract with Jinho. While Jinwoo is brainstorming a way out of this mess, wondering how he should respond, the senior hunter steps forward and concludes that he is the one who killed Taishik. The agent is immediately suspicious to learn that Chiul, a C rank, managed to overpower Taishik, a B rank. Chiul responds by pointing at the healer, signifying that he was being healed by her and receiving buffs. Jinchul remembers the assassin as someone who couldn't be controlled even within the division, which makes him ponder how a handicapped C rank could beat a skilled B rank assassin in combat. He asks Chiul to follow him because he needs help in filling out reports. Before they leave, our boy asks Chiul why he lied earlier for his sake. The party leader replies that he assumed Jinwoo had enough reasons to hide his abilities. Though he can't repay the kid for the favors he's done for him, this is the least he can do. Standing a few meters away from the hunter, Jinchul calls out Jinwoo's name to get his attention, stating that he doesn't think an E rank could have defeated a B rank hunter, and it's also unnecessary to suspect him of reawakening once again. But if he isn't careful, his life may end soon. The hunter asks him what he means by that, and Jinchul replies that in the extermination of Huang Dongseok's assault team, the only survivors are a D rank and Jinwoo. The problem is that Huang Dongseok's younger brother Dongsu may seek revenge on both survivors. He says that it doesn't actually matter what happened during that raid, but the important thing is that our boy survived. Since Dongsu is an S rank, the law can't bind him either. S rank hunters are miracles, and at the same time calamities. The agent warns him that it would be in his interest to watch out for Dongsu, because he may be hunted by someone who even monsters fear. He advises Jinwoo to possibly leave the country with his loved ones. It's not a bad idea. Anyway, our boy is currently level 20, and his skills are pretty much well balanced. He currently has a single passive skill with 2 active skills. These include muscularity, sprint, and bloodlust, respectively. 3 hours later, during the investigation of Kang Taishik's murder, our boy learns that the gold business's CEO turned himself in. It's already late, the night has fallen, and Juhi and Jinwoo are taking a look around the place. She starts the conversation and speaks about her cowardliness, pointing out the fact that Jinwoo, as a hunter, has changed a lot, whereas she hasn't even changed a bit. In an effort to comfort, he tells her that she also has experienced change, but change is different for everyone. She agrees with our boy's perspective on change, but says that she gets scared way too easily to be a hunter, and despite her attempts to overcome her fears, she can't succeed. Normally, a B rank healer joins A rank or B rank dungeons, even C rank if you are feeling well, but she still joined D rank or E rank dungeons and always met Jinwoo there. She kept healing the injuries that never stopped appearing on him. At some point, it became pretty annoying for her. She thought of him as a silly goose, though he always managed to survive, against all odds. Those eyes that brimmed with life seemed like they were screaming for survival. She feels that she will never have those eyes. She reminds him that they promised to eat together once they came back alive. However, she returns the crystal Jinwoo gave her during the double dungeon incident, and reveals that she's retiring. Even though Juhi is emotionally weak, she musters up the courage to speak about her retirement, and bids a permanent goodbye to her friend. As for her goals, she plans on returning to her hometown, Busan. Juhi mentions that if he ever visits her, she will treat him to some fresh sashimi, a Japanese delicacy consisting of fresh raw meat or fish sliced into thin layers. The hunter smiles and says that he will visit her when he is around her hometown. After bidding Jinwoo farewell, she takes her leave. Her departure gives our boy another reason to become stronger. He is wary of Huang Dongsu and is determined to get stronger. That's the only way he is going to survive.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Guacamole.
What group is Parker using?
Parker hates cherries.
Where's the closest bakery?
Not yet.
What's that?
Just streaming the game.
Innovation changes everything. One ETF, 100 innovators rethinking the world. Before investing carefully, read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more. Prospectus at Invesco.com.
Get great deals on our tires at Firestone with our competitive price matching. Call and book today.
And keep his loved ones afloat. Sometime later, the scene cuts to Jinho bringing some low-rank hunters for the scheduled dungeon raid. Jinwoo sees nothing but people with various flaws. Some have a disability or are alcoholics, and others are weak or underage. These are the people who have a hunter's license but can't attend raids due to various reasons. He points at a young girl and asks Jinho if kids are also allowed in dungeon raids. He learns through Jinho that if an underage kid is awakened, then there's no law banning them from raids. The girl points out that he's being needlessly rude, calling herself a full-fledged hunter. The girl is a high schooler who doesn't have any dungeon raiding experience. Jinwoo assumes that she must be an E rank, and not so surprisingly, she doesn't deny it. He assures her that it's okay if she doesn't follow him into the dungeon, only he and Jinho will go in. As their guide, Jinho informs everyone that they were recruited because he and our boy weren't allowed to attempt the C rank dungeon with just the two of them. The filler hunters wonder if the hunter and Jinho are strong enough to enter a C rank dungeon by themselves, though they are going to wait for the answer. Additionally, they question if they will be paid 3 million won just for waiting outside, which is confirmed as true by Jinho. Jinho says that it's a pretty good deal for them because they would just be waiting outside and wouldn't even lift a finger. Talk about a deal of a lifetime. However, there's a condition. They must not tell anyone what they have seen or heard here. If they do tell anyone, they must pay back 10 times as much as they earned. It's all written in the contract. Our boy sees Jinho is wearing some kind of heavy armor. He wonders what exactly it is. Turns out that he's wearing a full set of hardened armor made in an Italian artisan guild. Since they are going to raid with just the two of them, he has prepared himself for the action. Jinwoo tests how heavy Jinho's armor is by pushing it with one finger. Expectedly, Jinho loses balance and falls onto the ground, which is pretty funny because it means the shiny armor is pretty useless. The extra hunters are still in disbelief seeing just two hunters going inside a C rank. Everyone outside has a different opinion on Jinwoo and Jinho. One of the hunters recognizes Jinwoo as the world's weakest hunter. An alcoholic hunter says that they must be showing off, and youth showing off will naturally harm many people. Soon after Jinho jumps out of the gate, the hunters waiting outside assume that he ran away successfully, but when they see the gate closing, they are astounded. Right before the gate closes, Jinwoo comes out of the gate too. Jinwoo questions Jinho where the next gate is, and Jinho replies that it's an hour away. Jinho then orders the filler hunters to move to the next spot, revealing that they have 2 more dungeons to clear. He assumes that they all will go considering the 9 million sum for each one. Awestruck hunters couldn't speak a word but replied with a simple yes. Elsewhere, the White Tiger Guild learns that someone has spent 200 million and 5,000 won to earn the right to clear a C rank raid. They seem to already know that a team has started buying rights for every C rank gate that materializes. As a result, there are no more gates for low-tier hunters to raid. The value of a C rank gate was originally at 7,000, but even when they increased it to 100 million, Jinho bought the rights for 200 million and 5,000. They find out that the hunter purchasing the dungeons is Yu Jinho, son of Yujin Architectures, and believe that he is buying these gates with the support of the company. While side-eyeing the documents, the chief of the 2nd Division Management Department, An Sang-min, notices Jinwoo's name registered in Jinho's team. He realizes that Jinwoo is the survivor of the Double Liar dungeon. Once everything starts to make sense, he thinks that this smells like an opportunity. He shouts at everyone to stop doing whatever they are doing and tasks them with finding out everything about the 2 survivors. The White Tiger Guild has acquired some information on Jinwoo. The chief of the 2nd Division Management Department has learned that the hunter has made it through 3 accidents safely so far. First was the Double Lair dungeon. The second was the death of Kwang Dong-suk's entire party. And the third, and the most recent case, was the guild's monitoring supervisor's murder incident. Both targets became acquainted during the second case. Jinho's connection with Yujin's architecture is the most important thing. The chief also knows about the rumors going around that the chairman of
That's a damn shame. Hold on, I gotta plug it in.
skilled hunters.
I got a night light.
He thinks if that case is entirely true, then it won't be strange for Jinho to partner with them. Since they are recruiting skilled hunters, and Jinwoo is an E rank that is clearing C rank gates with insane speed, it only indicates that Hunter Sung Jinwoo could be a reawakened hunter. The chief is now convinced the guy in question is a reawakened hunter because there's no way he would have survived 3 dangerous incidents, where each time it was a major accident involving the death of many participants. His belief is strengthened by Jin Woo's recent dungeon expedition.
I'm mad at all of us.
Three-rank mage and a three-rank combine their strength to stop the supervising hunter, but that's impossible. The hunter that died was a B-rank assassin. Magic doesn't work against him now.
Stink over here. Oh, it's the little butt. The little butt.
It was right about that.
Oh, forget it. I ain't even gonna worry about it. I'll get them on.
I'm like, CK's was blocking it.
Nah, I still don't think so. See, it's pitch black on that damn screen. You want it to be your way, I want it to be mine. You just want for a place in the theater.
I ain't got time to search for no kitty cat.
Okay, that's why, because you know her ass will go, sit up there, go ahead and go hide them or something. Y'all see all them beautiful cats I helped deliver. Don't worry, we gonna move her from this bed in the next few days. We just don't want to be touching them and stuff like that. What the fuck? I don't like that. I don't like that. Miracle, feed them children, girl. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share No Love Lost 2.0. And make sure you show that love. And pat yourself on the motherfucking back, because it's Friday.